Welcome, everyone, to GNT episode 31. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. First time GNT is able to go live for the crew. Thank y'all for joining in. If y'all not in yet, come on in here. We got some stuff to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the crew that's here with me this evening. As always, we have Kev over in the corner. Say hi to the people.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Down at the bottom, we have good old Mike. Welcome back, Mike.
Hello there.
And then we have our special guest. I don't know if you consider him special. He's with us all the daggone time. We have Frank at the bottom. Say hi, Frank.
Here.
Dilly. Together right now, we're making up your crew of Geeks at the Nerds Table. So thank you so much for showing up, for watching. If it's live with us right now, or if it's going to be later on, you get to see all of our madness live and in person right now. So thank y'all guys for showing up, for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We want to see y'all guys' opinions. We want to see y'all guys' statements. We want to see y'all guys' comments, just so we know where we need to go for the next episode or even during this one right now. So sit back, enjoy. Welcome to the table, people. Welcome to the table. So right now, look, we have a number of things that's on the docket right now that we want to go ahead and talk about. So much that we don't want to keep y'all guys in suspense for too long with all this conversation. So we're going to fly past two things real quick. Mike, you're going to be in charge of the very first thing. And Kev, you're going to take the helm on the second one. So first thing we want to talk about, Superman Legacy. Now, Superman Legacy is going to be the newest Superman movie that's going to reboot pretty much the Superman that we already know and love, which is Henry Cavill's character. So, Mike, take it away.
Ding, 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 ding. You hear that? That's the new hype train coming in for Superman. We got the casting of... This is my favorite part. My favorite part of any... Go ahead.
I would like to say one thing. Can we please have a moment of silence for our friend Henry Cavill?
No. We've been giving him silence.
But you know what's funny? Me, Frank, and Mike both went.
And I wouldn't know. All right? DC kept them quiet.
Because you haven't accepted it yet. You have not accepted it yet. It's not happening anymore.
Too much silence, man. So no, we ain't worried about no Henry Cavill giving a moment of silence. We already gave him that like 2 years ago. Then he came back, and then we gave it to him again. So that's it.
Then 3 days later, he went out again. All right,
exactly.
So dude, this is my favorite. My favorite part of two of my favorite superheroes is Batman and Superman, but the journey to get to the movie and the casting and the build-up is my favorite part of any superhero movie. And we're really starting with Superman Legacy here. We got the casting of Superman and Lois, David Cornsweet, right? Cornsweet, and Marvelous Miss Maisel. I can't remember her name. For Superman and Lois. I've watched clips of him. I think the show was called Hollywood or something, but he plays a Midwestern guy trying to get into Hollywood, and he's very much like G. Willikers and totally has Clark Kent vibes all over the place in that. I haven't seen anything with her. I meant to watch Miss Maisel, Marvelous Miss Maisel, but from everything I've heard from people I know, she's absolutely flat out fantastic in it. She's quippy, she's sharp, she's energetic, she's everything Lois needs to be. So I'm excited.
She should be great casting for it. I think so. Maisel, and she's fantastic in it.
Yeah. Good.
Now, Kev, I'm going to piss you off for a second, but it's all for good reason. By any chance, did you see the Dora movie?
The what movie?
The Dora movie.
No, I have not.
No, the Dora.
Yes,
No.
that was my childhood, but no, I did not see live action. No.
You didn't see live action? All right, so the person that's playing Dora is the one that's actually playing Hawkgirl. Yeah, her name is Isabella.
Spoiler alert, they also cast Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner, the craziest, silliest Green Lantern there is.
Dude, and you get Nathan Fillion for that.
It's like, imagine, like, what's his name? Zach Brannigan from Futurama?
Yes.
Who's the spaceship pilot that wears, like, the skirt thing? Him as a Green Lantern. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So, okay, so is the hype real for you, Mike? Because the fact that it's another story of Superman that's being shown and being put out there, or are you excited because the fact that you really genuinely are excited?
It is a little bit of melancholy right now, to be honest with you, because we had the roller coaster of being a DC. That's why I said to you guys, like, the roller coaster of being a DC fan. Like, the build up to Flash was amazing, and we saw it and we loved it, but then it was dragged through the mud for the past 4 weeks, and that was hard. And now we're building back up with Superman. So it's building back up, exactly. But I am very excited because it's the beginning of a new journey. I've been reading comic books pretty much my entire life, where there's more than one story going on, more than one iteration. I knew about the multiverse before it was called the multiverse. Like, it's normal for me to have more than one Superman, more than one Batman story going on. It's all about what's in your head. I appreciate seeing these characters on screen and done right, and that's what's important. And while I would like them to just focus on Superman and make a good Superman movie like they did with Man of Steel, and continue, like, just to focus on that instead of, hey, here's Superman and everybody else.
Yeah.
That has me a little bit worried, but maybe we'll get the Superman who can inspire hope in all of these heroes that are already there.
Now, real quick, I don't know why, but I'm getting Black Adam vibes.
Me too.
I don't know why. Probably because they cast 3 more heroes for it. Now, Mike, do you feel that way about this movie? We have no idea what this movie's about, or are you just keeping high hopes that it's going to be a Superman movie?
From what I've heard, the general premise is it's going to be Superman versus the Authority. Now, they need to get the job done, which probably means they kill and they do bad things. And Superman's going to go up against that, and he's going to be the moral beacon for the DC universe. And maybe that's the conflict, and he can provide hope. See what it did? For everybody going forth and show them, the path to walk going forward.
That's what you want, Mike.
What's
That's
that?
what you want to see. Yeah. And I get it. The DC, I mean, you're Mike DC, even though you're one Mike Kenobi today. But normally you're fly-by-night Batman, Mike, always. So, yeah, see, there you go. You ain't gonna change your stripes on me. So
I've been bleeding Batman since 1989, and ain't gonna stop anytime soon.
That's 100% true. So with that being said, look, you've been on this hype train, roller coaster, literally ever since the very, very beginning when they said this was going to do all this DC stuff, and it just has not panned out. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm ready to actually talk about some real hype stuff. Sorry, Mike. It's going. This roller coaster is crazy for you.
It ain't nothing I'm used to. I've been here before.
Yes, you have
recently.
Yeah, Kev, it's your turn. Man, all Deadpool, right. Brother. Deadpool.
So,
Oh.
so Ryan Reynolds, the most handsome male alive, decided to post something on his
Hey.
Instagram. Sorry, Mike, you're second. I'm sorry. It's just Ryan Reynolds has the jawline. I'm sorry.
Glad you noticed. Yeah.
So,
Continue.
going into this movie, we know Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine. We're all very excited. Now, the thing that we've been wanting was the original yellow, blue costume. And Mr. Ryan Reynolds posted a behind-the-scenes photo of Deadpool with him and Hugh Jackman in full costume. He's wearing the yellow and blue. Now, Frank, you and I talked about this yesterday. Unlike some people, I think the suit looks great.
I will revise my statement. I got it blown up here. I got my side by side because like nobody owns a book that big unless you are a massive fan.
Or a Harry Potter fan.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got the
Hey!
Harry Potter's is like 1,000 pages each book. I'm sorry, continue.
I'm down.
You said the Nerd Table not sponsored by Harry Potter.
No.
It's 1,000 degrees, Kevin. You got on the Scully. I'm sorry, Frank. Continue.
Hufflepuff gang, baby.
No, I'm down. I really like it. What I thought was a mistake and a screw up is battle damage, which actually looks pretty cool.
Oh.
Like I thought they screwed up the shoulder pads and made it look like awkward and weird and trying to do like some weird design with it. No, it's actually like battle damage on it. So it looks cool. I'm down. It looks good.
But what was your complaint, Frank? What was the one complaint?
The shoulders were my complaint.
The
I
flipping
looked at it
shoulders!
immediately and I was like, it's not perfect.
The
It's not
flipping
perfect.
everything!
It's not yellow and
The
red,
shoulder.
damn it.
The shoulders were my complaint.
Oh my god. The flipping shoulders. Out of the entire costume that he's wearing. Shoulders. Oh god.
That's how much I love Wolverine.
Frank, being the Wolverine fan you are you excited it's the astonishing costume and not like the Jim Lee Tiger Stripe or the original what is that, red and yellow?
The brown and yellow.
Brown and there you go.
Yeah, the brown and yellow, or then later on the orange, which I actually really love the burnt orange one too.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't have a problem with it because that's also inspired from the 90s. Like that's inspired from the animated show.
Mm-hmm.
Like grew up with and memorized. Like,
yep.
I'm so excited for that next show to come out at all. That's awesome next year.
Yeah, no, I think like the astonishing costume is probably the one that would translate like the best. And I think it was a good idea that went with it.
Yeah, totally. And if you're gonna go with the blue and gold and give us that traditional costume for him, which like if you read the lore and everything, like he wears yellow so he attracts more attacks. Like he knows he's invincible and he can take the blows.
He's the best at what he does.
Yeah.
Now, I think the more exciting thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kev. Forgive me.
No, so overall, your whole complaint was about shoulders. But I'm glad you come back to reality. Like, hey, this actually looks good. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. And by the way, it is flipping hot. I'm changing.
It is hot.
I know. Everybody else is trying.
Try to put the different one
why you
on.
put on another Scully?
It's on the back. You can't really see it.
Lord have
It's
mercy.
not covering my ears either, so I'm good.
I worry about my peoples. All right, so here's the biggest thing for me about the news about this Deadpool movie. It's not the fact that it's just Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman playing their known roles. It's the other people that's going to be in this movie that they just kind of spurting out of the woodwork that I was not expecting. I was not expecting to see nothing about Elektra. I was never expecting to hear anything about.
Ben Affleck has been announced. He's been rumored.
No, really?
Yup.
I mean, it
Yup.
makes sense if you're gonna have Elektra, you gotta have Daredevil in there too.
And just think about it. Who played Foggy Nelson in that? That's the guy, Jon Favreau.
Exactly.
How easy would it be to bring him back?
Easy. Extremely easy.
Exactly.
There hasn't been a
Extremely
leak
easy.
about Favreau though, so
What's that?
there's no leak yet about Favreau.
At all.
And there's now rumors that they're now gonna say that the Scarlet Witch from Earth 838 is the daughter of Magneto.
I'll take it. Look, I'm putting $5 down now. Okay. I want Dolph Lundgren's Punisher to show up.
Hey,
No.
there's possibility.
Nobody.
No.
Dude, he didn't even wear like a skull shirt. He just wore like a black shirt and leather coat and Fulton inches.
No.
So from
Please no.
from all these like announcements of casting or anything, it's only a matter of time we finally get the official word that Chris Evans is back, but he's playing as Johnny Storm.
Yeah, but hold on. Did you hear about about Iron Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
Yo, that crazy. I was like, hold on. Robert Downey Jr. is back as Iron Man, but a different Iron Man?
You know what they should back the truck up to Tom Cruise's house and get him to play Iron Man because he was originally going to be Iron Man.
They already did that one time already. So not with him, but
yeah,
with Mr. Fantastic. So
imagine how much money they got to pay Robert Downey Jr. to come back. Like, that's insane.
It will all be worth it because everybody will go to the movies just to see that. Like that's a month. As soon as you see Iron Man on the cover of any poster of any movie that's coming out anytime soon, you might as well just go ahead and just open up your wallet and just give it all, just dump it right out because that's exactly what's going to happen. Exactly what's going to happen.
You know, the crazy part here is we're talking about Robert Downey Jr., but there's literally like music wise, there's a new We Didn't Start the Fire song done by Fall Out Boy. And in it, they put the two most iconic actors that have played a role in the last time from the original We Didn't Start the Fire to now. And I'm sure Mike knows the one. It's Robert Downey Jr. and somebody he loves.
Michael Keaton? Yeah. I have no idea. I'm so far out of me.
It is
really?
the Batman.
Really?
Yep.
In the music video?
It is Keaton. They literally
wow.
Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man and Keaton's Batman.
That's insane. I had no idea.
Like,
I'll have to check it out, definitely.
Yeah.
But
that's a Frank fact. I had no idea either. Okay.
But the thing too, we also got the next day is a little behind the scenes video someone took of Deadpool getting stabbed in the back by Wolverine.
Yeah.
Did you see what was in the background? Did you see what was in the background of some of those photos?
No.
The Fox 29 logo, like, destroyed. Like, you know, like when they do like the intro with the spotlights, or it's like with the drums. Well, there's a big like monolith like that, and it's like destroyed, like Planet of the Apes style.
That's funny.
So whatever the hell is going on in this movie, they're gonna break all the grounds, and it looks like we're getting all the Fox movies again from Marvel. That's why I want to see Chris Evans back as Human Torch.
Dude, it would be interesting if they do that.
But just Deadpool and Wolverine killing them, and all you hear is X go and give it to you again.
Can we take a minute to reflect too on the fact that this will be Jennifer Garner's third appearance as Elektra? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Not
at all. Unless they kill her off immediately, like they did the other Elektra.
Did they kill her in Daredevil? It's been so long since I saw that.
Yeah, I believe they killed her off.
Did you ever see the Coolio cut? There is a director's cut that has like 15 minutes of Coolio in a courtroom that is defended by Matt Murdock. It's completely cut from the movie.
Wow.
I'm sure all for good reason.
Do you know Coolio's other comic book movie appearance?
Only you would know this, Mike. Who? Where?
Batman and Robin. He was part of the street gang.
I knew that one.
There it is.
That's it. There
Talk
it
about
is.
Marvel. He brings back Batman.
As always, DC
Got it.
always comes back when it comes to Mike. All right. So getting away from that, we went ahead and had those two real quick conversations, 10 minutes apiece. Thank God, because we could have dove in on so much more. But
Can we?
no, we cannot. Okay. we definitely cannot.
He
All right.
looks
We're
like
not
such a
staying on this
child.
no longer.
He looked
So-
like such a child on that. He's like, can we?
Can we
Please?
No, you're not. All right, so the next thing I kind of want to talk about, and this is, you know what, I'm gonna give our missing panelist a little bit of time because I wanted to hear his intake on this one here. But let's talk Secret Invasion. It's time to go deep in the conversation. Now, there's a reason why we wanted to go live today. We wanted to go live today on Wednesday instead of going live on Tuesday because we wanted to make sure that we was going live after the 4th episode of Secret Invasion so we could talk about 3 and 4. And I'm happy to say that if you was confused after 3 and you was definitely confused after 4, you're like everybody else because there's so much going on with these episodes. A lot of loss, a lot of questioning. The Groot appearance for this episode this week. What are y'all guys feeling about this show so far? It's getting crazy.
I think it's getting better every episode.
I agree.
This was the shortest one, but it's the one I enjoyed the most. I thought they took some swings again, and I want to see where they land. Are we jumping over spoiler wall?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That roadie thing.
It's now. Here's my thing, and really threw me off. Not the fact that Rhodey was a Skrull. That didn't throw me off too much. No, as Kev was saying, he kind of brought it to our attention, like when he said that no one calls me Nick. When Nick Fury said that, like nobody calls me Nick, but yet Rhodey said Nick to him then, and then in that restaurant. So like we kind of got a sense of that's probably a Skrull, but it looked to me, and I could have been wrong, but it looked to me like that was a female Skrull.
Yep, totally was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agree.
So I believe that because of the fact that we know what's going on with Rhodey later on, we know he's going to have his own show or movie. That's
showing
not
up in what? Armor Wars?
yes.
Ironheart? Yeah.
Yeah. So because of that, it has to be someone pretending to be Rhodey.
Yeah, totally. The question is, where did they get him? Like,
Right.
when he
And where is
purple?
Rhodey?
Ben.
Right. When and where is Rhodey right now?
Well, I think that's
he's in one of those stasis pods. You gotta be. And I'm gonna say they picked him up in the hospital after he got hurt. Like, if we rewind it all the way back to
Civil War.
Stanley looking for Tony Stank. Take it all the way back to that. Was that a scroll?
So you're
Interesting.
saying Rhodey, the real Rhodey, wasn't even there for Endgame.
I don't know. Like, where'd they pick him up at?
Wow.
Could you imagine that? Now it's starting to if that's true, it comes full circle of why Armor Wars is going to be so huge because he's going after Tony's tech that apparently has been stolen. So what if that whole series is going to be him trying to get the tech back, but him also realizing and understanding of what happened while he was, I guess, captured and not aware of what's happening because he lost his best friend.
Because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Because he's locked up like in his own like mental stasis. Yeah.
Yes. Kind of
And
like how Fury's doing, or how he's dealing with his mental health with in this series about the blip and how he's always two steps back and everything.
Oh, that's rough.
Is he? Is he though?
True.
So here's the thing. They've done the one thing I've really liked about all these episodes is they, in the first couple minutes, clear up a lot of questions you have from the last episode, but then leave you with even more. And this last episode, we seen a lot of clarification. Like, you kind of seem like a look that, like, nobody calls me Nick. He says to his wife, "Who have you become?" Like, there's a lot of things that he's already hinted at that he kind of knows there's things going on.
Mm-hmm.
And this episode, it confirms. It's like, yes, he knows he's a Skrull, so he bugs him. He knows that she was about to kill him. He literally listened in on the conversation and was prepared for it. Like, he's known so many things, and it's like, is he really actually two steps behind, or is he playing the game? I've been saying to you guys all week, when I've seen all like the last couple weeks, is like, who's playing who?
Yeah.
Would Maria Hill be dead if he wasn't if he was playing the game?
Is she?
She bled out.
Be a deep cut if she's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, really, is she? Or is that a pawn that he had to sacrifice?
Oof.
Ooh. Or that could have just been a casualty.
It could have been a casualty, yeah.
You know, like one that no matter how good a plan is, not every bit of a plan is going to actually go as smooth as they may want. And maybe she was a casualty, just like Talos. This week, like I'm pretty sure that was, that was not a calculated thing. That was like, holy crap, we need to jump in, and holy crap, he got shot.
Do you think Talos' death galvanizes like the human population from the president and gets what he wants? His acceptance?
Possible, because now the president is with Nick.
Yeah.
Is with Mr. Fury. And he's going to be all down his throat when it comes to everything and what the president needs to do in this situation.
Is the president really the president?
What is his name? The main bad Skrull.
The president's a Skrull as well.
Maybe.
But would they go after him like that though?
Yeah, because he's still the president.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they can always flip flop, because the soldier that kills Talos wasn't the real soldier, and you see how quick that was.
Yeah. So
who knows? After the car flipped, a Skrull could have came over, took over his body, and just acted the part.
No, I don't think anything would have been that daggone fast. No, I
never know. But I personally
the president that landed on that plane was the president that was in that car. Well, that was in that SUV. So I believe that's still the same guy. Now, what is he is going to be the question. Just like you said, Frank, what exactly is the president? And that's where it becomes interesting.
Or is the president a Skrull? Does
Nick
thing?
Also, where is the Skrull who plays Rhodey? You didn't see her until like that whole fight. You saw her just sitting in the car.
Yep.
But
chilling.
Yep. Where'd that Skrull go?
It's probably still there. Wait until all the firing ended, and then they went ahead and just stepped right out and walked off.
Yeah.
Now the other question is Talos really dead, or is he coming back?
I think Talos is dead.
Yeah. I think like him changing to like full Skrull is like he's like full on Coulson dead. Like he's the sacrifice.
That gives the daughter more reason to help Nick.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And
but it
is
also
she
gives
gonna become his like secondhand? Like,
have a
I
choice
think
but to
she's gonna take Talos's place.
Mhm.
And
as leader.
yeah,
Well, and she's also, we see that she is a super scroll.
yes.
We get that in the first minutes of this last episode.
Once
Back to
again,
back.
like you said, answer something.
Last one, is she dead or not?
Mm-hmm.
Which, unfortunately, the trailers kind of bust that, because the trailer released the day after the episode drop, and you see her fighting.
Which is why I don't want to see any of the trailers for that, because I don't want to be spoiled.
Can we take a minute to appreciate that they're bringing the Super Scrolls, who like are classically have all the, like the Fantastic Four powers, into like the Marvel universe? The best way to get like the Fantastic Four powers without the Fantastic Four. Like we got the Extremis, which is heat and looks like fire. We got Groot, which is stretching.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're gonna do invisibility or super strength, but I don't know. I just think it's really cool that they're bringing in the powers without the Fantastic Four. It's a nice workaround.
You saw the leader use Groot's
Yeah,
power.
like Mr. Fantastic would stretch. So like the Super Scrolls always had like stretching, invisibility, fire, and like could turn a rock like the Thing. So I just think it's a nice workaround.
Well, I'm tired of them working around. Why don't you just get the Fantastic Four in here? Like, stop playing. Like, work a storyline to get them in. Oh, okay, I know they're working on it, but still.
Two big things: writer's strike and actor's strike at the end of this week, guaranteed.
Oh, well, okay.
Wait, really? There's going to be an actor strike at the end of the
Yep.
week?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to go down the drain.
Yep.
More delays. But nonetheless, going back to the story, going by what we saw so far. Now, when it comes to Rhodey, it's going to give us even more of a storyline of how Rhodey has to go after Nick Fury, because he already wanted to kill him anyway. So now is an excuse. He has the president of the United States. We have to go and get Nick Fury because he has the president. So now it's going to be the U.S. government going against Nick Fury to go and get him.
But who's the president going to feel most secure to be locked in a room with? Nick Fury and Rhodey. Rhodey can take out both of them.
That is true. But in this case, who do you want to be with at this point, knowing that I was under the protection of Rhodey and all that happened, and now I'm under the protection of Nick? He got me out of there. Just saying.
Yeah, no, send him back up to Nick's friggin' space thing.
Well, and the president is going to be, if Rhodey actually showed that doctored image to the president, he's going to be terrified of Nick. And he's going to think the attack was from Nick, because he was passed out when he was saved. So he didn't see that an alien saved him.
Mm-hmm. But hold on. So, but remember the whole entire conversation. Nick, well, according to Rhodey, that video wasn't even out. He's like Rhodey's holding on to that video,
exactly,
and put a bunch of plants around, so the president probably didn't see it. So it's really just a matter of. In other words, we have a whole lot more questions about the next episode, man. How many episodes is it left? 2, right?
Yeah, I think it's 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more.
So we go on to episode 6. Okay. We have a lot to answer, man.
I haven't seen any previews, but do you think episode 6 is going to be a flashback and just focus on Rhodey and his like past couple years? That'd be pretty cool. I'd see that.
I would want to see it because that would answer that big question, and I guess they kind of have to in order for it to make sense for Armor Wars, because they have to build that up in order for us to go like, whoa, what's going on? God, we know Armor Wars is coming.
God, could you? Are they really going to pull the trigger on what we said earlier about Rhodey being a Skrull since Civil War, and he doesn't know that Tony's dead and what's happened?
That'd be pretty huge.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Take it all the way back to where he's fighting Whiplash.
No. 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 We're not going that route. No. Not that far. So, but we'll see. We'll see. The good thing is that, if we're just coming up with ideas like that, and it's just us, we're not getting paid for any of that. So can you imagine what those guys are actually thinking of? So I'm hoping they will actually finish strong with the idea of knowing that they got the Marvels coming. I'm so excited about that. But they got the Marvels coming. You have Armor War coming. You have Secret Wars coming. So we have a lot of stuff that's actually on the horizon, and they still got to answer so many questions just in this one series. So
here's something to think about too. Not to cut you off, but when's Captain America come out?
July
next year.
Yes.
What's the time jump going to be between Captain America or Secret Invasion and Captain America? Because we get a brand new president in Captain America,
and that's good old Thunderbolt Ross.
Think about that. So does the president make it out? Does the vice president make it out? Or does he get elected?
Interesting. That's going to be very interesting on how they actually pull that one off. And yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, we'll see.
Or everything.
Yeah, because Captain America was originally coming out in May, but they flip-flopped everything. Now Deadpool's coming out in May, and Captain America comes out in July, and then Thunderbolts comes out in December.
See, that would make sense. See, that makes sense to me. To go ahead and keep the Thunderbolts and Captain America kind of close together.
Yeah.
And have Deadpool be his own separate entity all by itself, like before all that. Because we're going to get the crazy in Deadpool, but we have the linking connection when it comes to Captain America and the Thunderbolts. So that makes sense to me. I just hope that they, like I said, when it comes to Secret Invasion, I just hope they finish strong, and then we can look forward to the next, because so much going on. There's so much going on with the show. So
just because I'm thinking of, and I'm gonna get derailed. That's what I do. Just because I'm thinking of Thunderbolt Ross. Over under, I'm gonna say 60-40. I'm gonna say 40-60. They have Harrison Ford on Air Force One, and he tells someone to get off his plane.
Why, Mike?
Cool, Air Force One was a banger. You don't even know.
Why,
Air
Mike?
Force One joke, that would be hilarious.
No, it would not, Frank. That's just bad. Okay,
I say 50. Right.
I'm going 40-60. They're going to do it.
I say no to both of y'all. All three of y'all. No. Please, no. Kevin Feige,
Or
no.
have Harrison be like, I can fly this plane.
So next, he also, as he's running in Air Force One, you're going.
No. Air Force One dies and he slaps the side of it, and it comes back to life.
I'm done. All right. So thanks for the derailing, Mike. All right. So we're going to go into our last subject of the hour, and it's something that we're extremely excited for. Especially you, Frank. It would have been George as well. Oh, here we go. Now watch it not work.
It didn't work.
There you go.
Hey.
I know y'all guys seen the trailer for Star Wars Asoka. I know y'all saw the trailer. Let's talk about it, guys. I'm actually more excited for this show than I was for Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I'm actually more excited for this show more than I was the last two Star Wars movies.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. Come on.
Okay. I'm so excited for this show that I may actually go back and finish watching all of Rebels before the show comes out, just so I can be attuned and touched in to what I need to be attuned and touched in with.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Larry, can I tell you something in secret? Nobody's listening, right?
No, not even
okay.
the 3 people that
I'm on my first playthrough of Rebels right now. I've never seen it.
What?
I'm like season 3. I'm halfway through season 3.
Well, you're almost done. Done.
Clone Wars?
Come
no,
on
I
back.
never. I seen the
Come on
first
back,
like
Kev.
2 or 3 seasons of Clone Wars, but I never made it through.
Come
And he
on,
left.
come on back.
I made him so mad he left. The both of them. Oh man. But no, for the past like month or 2, I've been like trying to get an episode or 2 in the morning, and Rebels is phenomenal. It is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love it. Ez was really annoying, but I love it.
Isn't he supposed to? As the character that he is, he's kind of supposed to. So, but I want to really know, and hopefully it'll answer some questions. And I know this, they did say that her show is actually taking place at the same exact time as the last season of Mandalorian. So somehow or another, they're going to be linked together, which is going to be great. But I guess my major question, and in the trailer, I want to know how this, when did Asoka become a master? Deep cut.
You know, the reality is, I don't think we see any inkling of that in Rebel. We don't. And if it is, it's not officially said in any capacity. I was doing a deep dive through like the fandom sites and everything, and nobody has any connection between Sabine and her.
You saw a little bit in the series with Sabine and Kanan helping her a little bit. Ezra, but never Ahsoka.
Exactly. So you see her and Ezra and Kanan, training, which makes so much sense that she's able to wield the Darksaber no problem, because clearly she has Force capabilities.
Now, I do have a question, and it's more of a question of what does somebody else think of this? Okay, George. So,
hey.
Welcome aboard.
Oh my
Georgie.
God! What happened to your face?
I know I was ugly before, but damn.
Whoa. Calm them eyebrows, bro.
All right.
Keep it PG.
Oh man, no, I can't do that. Why would I do that?
All right, so obviously we're talking Asoka. Your timing is almost perfect.
Oh, I was waiting. I was watching actually until I chimed in at this part. This is the part I really want to talk about.
Shocker. All right, so now that you're here, and now I have my 3 Star Wars guys here. Go. Hey, Kev.
One thing that popped into my head just now. We have a Force Ghost of Yoda, a Force Ghost of Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon. Could she have finished her training via Force Ghost?
I got a theory for that one. So if you guys are watching the new trailer and she's talking to the Jedi, what's his name? I forget, Balin or something like that. In the background of that, there is the Vader breathing mechanism in the background. So there is a theory going around that the training will be completed through Anakin, through this Force Ghost. Yeah, I know. Yep.
Can you see the chills?
Yeah, you see the eyebrows? Yeah, so there's a lot of speculation about Anakin being in this as a Force Ghost. We've seen it in the remake of the Return of the Jedi.
I was just going to say that. Like, that's going to shut down all the haters of like, oh, he shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be. Yeah, he should. That's like when he was good.
When he was, exactly. We never seen that good side of him unless he was like completely like burnt to crap. But yeah,
Twice.
we're so sad. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So Anakin, we might see some Anakin in this thing, man. This is gonna be exciting.
Well, we do know Anakin was contracted for multiple appearances, and he has said that he is appearing in multiple shows.
I want flashback scenes.
Yeah.
We got the one in Obi-Wan, which was great.
Yes.
We had a few in Obi-Wan actually.
That's true. Yeah.
That whole fighting sequence was stretched over a couple episodes, and it was phenomenal. Just seeing that I don't know, it was just the relationship between Obi-Wan and Anakin, and that phase between the what was it?
It was
Clone Wars and Clone War or the Attack of the Clones and the Revenge of the Sith.
That was Obi-Wan with a mullet.
Literally, back that.
I actually thought it was Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, no, that trailer is great.
So, how y'all guys feel about a really angry Santa?
That speaks very highly of Anakin in this trailer.
Absolutely.
I mean, he did say that. What? When you talking about the Jedi guy?
The Sith
He's not
guy.
a Jedi.
The dark. I think he. Listen, I don't think he's a Sith. I think he's a dark Jedi.
Mhm.
I don't think he's a full-blown
Ah.
Sith. And the
Yeah,
only reason being is the orange
His
lightsaber.
lightsaber.
Yes, the orange
'Cause
lightsabers are not
he's
red.
not good. He's not bad. He's in between.
I think this is Disney's ways of bringing in the synthetic red lightsabers. So these aren't the ones that are bled normally through the kyber crystals. These are the ones that are fabricated. And I think that's why I'm not calling him a full-blown Sith yet. I think he just fabricated a makeshift red lightsaber to make it seem like he's a baddie.
He's a Jedi, but he is not afraid to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of left field here, but do you think like Sabine Wren pulls out a lightsaber she made?
It depends, because if she's using Ezra's lightsaber, if they do get him back, I'm pretty sure he's going to go ahead and get it back. So that means she would probably make her own. Now, the fact that she called Asoka Master, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't here
I
for
would've
that
thought.
when we talked about that. That's right.
Oh, did I miss that? Don't tease me, Michael.
It's what I do, guys. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Yeah, good point.
No, that was like the shocker point of the trailer. For me, it was awesome to see all the faces. It was awesome to see, like all the the flash by. It's like, oh, that's Chopper. Like, oh, Sabine. And when Sabine cut her hair, see, I'm like, oh my God, she's back. And all those things was right. And then
Wait, you missed the face, bro. You missed the face. The face. Thrawn's face.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blue Man Group. Yep.
That looks chef's kiss, bro. Chef's kiss.
Well, I think there's a question there of who is the third Sith Inquisitor, whatever you want to call that guy that
Towards the end, yeah.
I think they already announced who he is. It's
They did?
Disney actually dropped the ball and dropped his name as Malaku or Malku, something like that. It starts with an M. But he is a Sith Inquisitor, and he is not Barriss Offrey, which sucks. Oh, it's cool.
Wait. The guy with the whole armored mask?
Yes. Yeah, they dropped his name today.
Okay. Then I missed
Missed
that.
opportunity.
I was about to say,
Sorry.
is that Ezra? And did Ezra finally fall to the dark side?
I was thinking the same thing. If he, like, Thrawn's gonna have him like on a leash as his weapon.
I mean, he could have a name change.
Yeah.
Because
He's going with Jabba, right?
Because in these two trailers, Sabine is really missing Ezra. It would be such a punch in the gut to her if he opens that mask up and it's Ezra.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be the craziest Jedi story that you have to go ahead and fight the person that you love the most?
That's normal Star Wars.
It's normal Star Wars. It's what
I'm
Star Wars is
not
about.
through the series, but I definitely see like Ezra like kind of like tiptoes that line of dark and light side. And how long has he been gone? Could he been pushed over? Has Thrawn lied to him and said everyone else is dead?
Well, I
that's
think
what they were saying. That's
Dark-
what they're saying. This whole thing.
The other world,
Mhm.
worlds.
Say that again, Frank, just in case.
Like, I think that's leads to the question of like, where do these dark Jedi come from? Are they from that world between world? Did they like end up there with Thrawn, and that's why they're now fighting for Thrawn? Like,
Or
there's
they
a lot of questions here.
My theory is that they went to Exegol. Exegol was the last planet that we saw at the last Star Wars movie. And that's where Palpatine gained his power. That's where the First Order's fleet was coming back. Oh, not the First Order's fleet. Palpatine's fleet, that last fleet. What if that's where Thrawn was at the whole time? And they were building.
what was he? Gist, whatever they are.
Yes, yeah.
His race is from that. It's like beyond the outer rim or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Exegol's out in the outer rim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Way out there, and it's uncharted. It's purposely uncharted. It's been removed from the archive.
And that's because it became a Sith acolyte planet. So that's where a lot of Sith just believers went. They weren't Sith users, they were Sith-like supporters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where they've been at the whole time. So my guess is if they did travel beyond the Outer Rim, they're going to be probably somewhere around Exegol. And that would make perfect sense because now you're tying the final movie, the final sequel movie, to the shows a little bit more. And we kind of heard before that that's the route they were going. They didn't want to like, hey, and then we're going to act like this place didn't exist. Like, no, they're going to bring it all together.
That's what they did with the Mandalorian.
So it makes you wonder how they're going to kind of join, since they're both supposed to be done at the same time, how they're going to mesh everything together to make one massive movie, which is what they're rumored right now.
Filoni is doing it.
Yeah, confirmed.
Yeah,
okay.
Well,
Well,
gonna be the big bad. Thrawn is the big bad here, so you know he's not gonna die in this show. That's for sure.
So him being the big bad, now you have the Mandalorians,
the United
And now
Mandalorians.
Correct. Now we have the power of Force users. I'm not going to say this. No, the Jedi. They're definitely Force users. How is Filoni going to put all this together? And I'm so happy that we're not talking about a Skywalker being connected to this at all.
Well, I think that's kind of like the really cool thing about these two Force users, because it's not Sith and Jedi. It's something different, finally.
It's just people against people, man. Like good versus evil. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. It's not about two factions. It's about two lifestyles. You know what I mean? You're thinking differently. So you're going to obviously duke it out at some point.
Now, I actually saw your face, Frank. Now, when I said that, you made a face. That's about the Skywalkers. You made a face. What was that face for?
I mean, we saw in the Mandalore, that Asoka is not a stranger to Luke. Like, she knows Luke. She has taken a Padawan to his temple. Like, she knows that Luke is out there and fighting and, like, trying to restart the order. You know, is there a possibility that she would turn around and be like, you know what? I'm actually facing way more than I thought I was. Thrawn has actually amassed more power and is going to restart the Empire. So I need to take him out. And this is like, I need to take him out before even the First Order gets started. I feel like the First Order is going to be a byproduct of what's remnant of this. Like, Thrawn has massed a great army, and he's ready to come and be like the next big bad. Like, there could be another trequel here that is all about Thrawn and his entire army and his entire fight. And that it can involve Luke. This could be where you see OP Luke.
Can we get some of that, please?
That's what I'm worried about, because depending on the timeline, is it Luke who doesn't want anything that washes hands of everything, and that's why it's so desperate. And Ahsoka doesn't have Luke to lean on.
I don't
He
think
has to go find everyone else.
Luke isn't there yet. This is going to be Luke in his first attempt at starting or just starting a temple.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't Luke that has fallen and failed. This is Luke is going to be in the middle of starting a temple, and now there's a big bad that's going to threaten the whole thing. So he has to scrounge together everyone that he knows that's a Force user and every ally that's out there and go fight them.
Are you okay with them recasting Luke, or do you want them to use the deep fake?
That's a
Sebastian
hard
Staten
question.
sounds right to me.
Hamill,
We've been saying that for
Yeah,
years.
that's exactly who I was thinking.
he said it. He literally said, recast me. You
Mhm.
want a version of me? Recast me.
I mean, and even if we want to still keep Luke's voice, I mean, Mark Hamill can just do the voiceovers. And we
He's
can have
no
a
stranger
You
to
don't,
it.
even, you don't even need the voiceover. Just use technology. That's what they did with in the Book of Boba Fett.
See, I wasn't. Eh. I mean, to be quite honest with you now, with the way AI is going, they really could just use a AI version of his voice and call it a day. But I feel like having Mark Hamill be a part of it in a voiceover where he's comfortable, because we all know how Mark Hamill is amazing with voiceovers.
Absolutely.
Why not? Let him be a part of it. This is his life we're talking about. Like, he's been Luke since Luke was created. He's done voiceovers for Luke in the video games. You know what I mean? He's done it in the shows. He did the freaking CGI face thing. Like, it's nuts. You know what I mean? So he is Luke Skywalker, and the last thing I want to do is take that from that man. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, we all saw kind of his response to the last we saw of his character, and he was like, I don't want my guy to go out like that.
Mhm.
But he did.
I believe the phrase fundamentally wrong was used.
Okay, there we go. Can you imagine? Can we imagine how fundamentally right that would be to actually have us see OP Luke fighting next to Ahsoka?
Take my money.
But to crush everyone's dreams, Favreau has also said Luke is not the most powerful Jedi.
Silence, Frank, I kill you.
No, it would kill me too. But like Favreau, the apprentice, who is now the master, has said it.
I mean, listen, look.
Canceled.
The inauguration
He's
of Grogu,
he's canceled.
Look, before I lose this steam here, if they bring in OP Luke and Ahsoka, could we get Anakin's Force Ghost with that? Could Luke get some training or something from him? That would be absolutely incredible.
All that's there.
And just to bring it down, because I'm an a-hole, does Ahsoka survive that fight?
Yo, man, you guys know my theory. I think she's dying soon.
Yep.
I think she's going.
I think me and you were on the same page the first time we talked about that.
The hardest thing to think about is us losing Ahsoka, but it would translate again to the sequel trilogy to us why we hear her voice at the end of the Rise of Skywalker.
Totally.
But we're trying our best to forget those movies, George.
But they're not. But they're not. They're not trying to. They want you to remember them.
Forget it. I don't have to forget it. I never saw it.
Bro,
Smart man.
that scene was just lowballed in my book, but I do appreciate that they threw Ashley Eckstein's voice in there, because I was like, oh, Ahsoka, yeah, girl, get it. But yeah, lowballed that scene. They could have had the Force Ghost of every single one of those Jedis popping out. Oh my God, that would have been so good.
Wow, I would not be surprised in this big movie. There's going to be some bodies dropped.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In this show, somebody's gone.
You can't have a big moment like this and not have one of those things where it's like, all right, this amazing thing is happening right now, but let me bring you back down to Earth for a second. Or bring you back down to whatever planet they're fighting on, because it's in space, in a galaxy far, far away.
We got it.
I just wanted to specify.
Look at Rebels. Rebels without Kian dying.
That was heartbreaking.
what motivation do they have? Like, they were all starting to drift. They were getting tired of it. They were all starting to drift. His sacrifice sparks them, ignites them. Because could this be the thing that sparks and ignites a new resistance?
Yeah.
And we go back to the Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and the Rise of Skywalker.
I mean, listen, look, here's the thing. We get this. This carries us over until we get that freaking Mangold movie, which is what I'm waiting for, and the sequel trilogy.
Did you hear they? I heard that they want to tie the Rey movie into Mangold's thing.
Yes, I did hear that. I think so. The Rey movie should be prior to the Mangold movie, correct?
Yeah, I believe that's what I said, and I'm okay with that. I think that's a good way to take it.
I think it's going to show the origin of the Jedi how about this? The origin of the Sith and the Wills and what the purpose of the Force is. And the fact that Rey is going to figure that out and unify the Force. I think they're pushing. Don't say it, Mike. Don't say it.
Right, go for it.
No, I was going to say, don't say it. She's not the one. She's not the one.
She should be Luke's daughter. I don't care what they say. They did it wrong. Everything was just wrong.
That's not Luke. She should be a secret Force baby, and she should be the real chosen one. And it wasn't Anakin. And she was
not Luke's daughter.
What if it could be still, in a sense?
How trigger a Star Wars fan in 5 seconds?
I'm waiting for Kevin to get popcorn and just watch us.
Listen, so here's the thing, right? We found out that she's Palpatine's ghost, or Palpatine's clone, right? Because
granddaughter, right?
No, granddaughter. But it wasn't a born situation. Palpatine had clones. Rey's father was a clone of Palpatine that went away and had children.
Hey, Larry, now, if I would have said that, now would have been a good time to have your mic and just go. And just watch the whole thing.
This episode's over. I tapped that.
Look, I think me and you need to get some beers and watch the Rise of Skywalker one night, and maybe you can explain this to me. I don't know. It's
only beers.
We'll take the beers. Lack of movie.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with those movies, and I find there are things that are good in them and make sense. Yeah, let's not.
I don't think I could sit through the beginning and the end of The Last Jedi just to watch that really cool lightsaber fight in the middle.
Just watch it on YouTube. It's there now.
Yeah.
Yep. Done.
I tell you, when they saw, I knew it was going downhill when we saw Luke go.
So you're saying frame one? Right after
if you were at the theater with me, you would have saw my face. When that happened, when he threw that behind his back, I went like this. I was like,
I brought my wife to that movie.
He's probably
I was embarrassed.
The wrong movie.
I was embarrassed. My wife was like, and I'm like, that was bad. That was not good.
So
I was physically embarrassed.
Yes.
So the Asoka trailer looked great.
Yay!
I'm glad that they actually had the painting of all of them exactly like how it is in this show.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw the space whales too.
Yeah.
Were they in the trailer?
They were. Their tentacles were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was like, oh, yeah.
So how do we think we how's that Jedi, not Jedi, Sith, no Anakin?
He was a Jedi during the Clone Wars.
Yeah, but he would have. So he's not talking about Anakin. He says Ezra talked highly of you.
He said Ezra?
He says Ezra.
Why did I think I heard Anakin spoke highly?
I heard
of you?
Anakin, bro.
Someone said Anakin.
He definitely said Anakin because after he said it, you hear the breathing in the background.
Yeah, he said
Did
Anakin spoke highly
Asoka
of
say
you.
Anakin?
I'm gonna have to
Mm-mm.
listen to that again.
Let's watch that, John. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
Make it so.
There's a
we-
connection to Ezra there. That's why, like, you know, she's able, like, why she's coming into contact with them, because she's searching for Ezra. So they have to know where he is.
Oh no.
So
doubt for sure.
is she's looking for Ezra, or she just focused on Thrawn?
She's probably using Ezra to find Thrawn.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly.
Because I think
Kev's watching it.
which is why she finds out that Thrawn's out there.
Everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of
Yeah,
Anakin.
And you
Anakin.
hear the breathing in the background.
Yeah, you definitely. Right after that, you hear the Vader breath in the background. So definitely.
Maybe he was one of those kids. Maybe he was a youngling in that room.
Maybe it was a young boy. I mean,
So technically, no. He would actually have been a Jedi. He wouldn't have been a Jedi Master. Probably. Well, no, he was a Jedi Master because the girl is his apprentice from the Jedi Order. They were actually Master and Apprentice.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
they probably both carried over to the dark side, and they were like, "Hey, these guys are losing. We're gonna go this way."
I'm getting like serious like hit girl vibes from her too.
Anakin got brought up twice because the first time Asoka was talking and saying, "Yeah, Anakin, I left Anakin before he finished training with me, and I did the same thing to Sabine."
Yeah. Well, that was more about her than it was about Anakin. That was more her mental state that, like, she left the order before she was a master. And then her master left her Padawan again. Like,
because they were saying too that the reason why, you know, Ahsoka said, you know, I was training Sabine. Sabine apparently is her Padawan, whatever. Because Filoni said this series is basically what they were doing from season 4 to now, where they've been, what they've been doing.
Oh, so that's right. It is supposed to be like 2 parts, right? Like right after Rebels, and then going into the where we're at now, right? It's like split in half.
Yeah,
it's like 6 episodes, and it's 3
he
and 3.
he literally confirmed that this is basically like a season 5.
Yeah, I mean, you don't gotta tell me twice. I'm watching.
I'm just gonna stop everyone right now and say hi to Sarah and hi to Charlie because they're watching.
Hey guys.
Hi,
hey guys.
Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Paul. Listen, I'm working on
Charlie
my
will be
intro,
on
okay?
here next time. That's my girl.
You're like, welcome to Daddy's toy room.
Yeah, she'll be the one to get the door for sure.
The shared toy room.
If it get Daddy's toys, here's mine.
Daddy keeps giving her his toys.
All right. So anything else we want to say about well, we already know we're already talking about what the future is going to be for the Star Wars story. Yeah, where I don't like where it's going, but I know how it ends. I don't like how it ends.
It's about the journey and how you get there. All right, you know the ending. Let's rewind it back 15 or 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when the original Clone Wars movie ended and everyone was like, ah. And then Tartakovsky put out those Clone Wars shorts and everyone was like, wow, that was amazing. And then they put out the Clone Wars animated series and filled that in, and again, the journey.
Clone Wars shorts were like, okay, that's cool. But then when Clone Wars animated series came out, everyone's like, oh my god.
Since you guys, I assume, have seen Clone Wars a lot, like the anime, does what's his name, Dirge, show up in that? The bounty hunter who you can cut off his arms and limbs and like he reforms himself he was in the cartoon one. I'm going back.
Mm,
No.
I don't
All right.
think
Why
so.
you
Moving
asking?
on.
Why
Moving
you
on.
asking, Mike?
What?
That was the most random question ever. Why you
Because
asking?
he was like super cool in that Clone Wars cartoon. Go watch. It's like 23 minutes worth of content overall, but go watch it. It's super cool.
I was wondering, like, where did that come from? It's like, where did that
We were
character?
talking
All
about Clone
characters-
Wars, and I haven't seen
okay.
Clone Wars.
Okay.
Whatever.
focus.
He says whatever.
Whatever. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and drop it from there. When does the Asoka show officially drops? Is August, right?
August 23rd. We're getting the
24th?
first 2 episodes.
23rd. Two
Oh, yeah,
episodes
2
on top of it.
episodes.
Let's go.
Yo, we need to do a watch party.
I'm down.
Dress up too. Call me Asoka Tano.
You got the white. You got the right white crystal.
I'll talk to you after here.
Oh man.
Dude, it's like 100 degrees outside, Mike.
Hopefully he's air conditioned in there. It looks like Vader had too much to drink.
Yeah. Luke.
It was
Hey.
his nephew. Question
He goes.
Luke's cousin.
Luke, I may be your daddy, but I may not be your daddy. Boy.
Yeah, I'm your daddy, boy.
And then when he gets one more drink, Padme.
Wait, no,
I love
I'm your
her.
daddy.
Oh God. All right. So anybody, y'all guys want to go ahead and close out with anything or anything that y'all looking forward to for the future? Because golly, we have 2 more episodes of Secret Invasion. God, we probably won't get another trailer of Asoka probably within the next week or so.
I hope so. Please give me it.
Honestly,
Give me
I
another
don't
one.
hope so because I don't need to see more.
I got
No,
you.
I need to be like cheat. I need to be teased to the max for the show. Okay, teased.
I
All right.
got all the teasing already.
I-
That's good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like not watch anymore. I don't know. I'll
I'm
probably
waiting
watch
for
it for
Filoni
this
to be
show.
like-
I'll probably watch it so we can talk about it, but I don't think I need to see anything more.
I'm waiting for
I'm
Filoni to be
sold.
like, but wait, there's more.
Exactly.
Oh God, man.
I mean, it
Absolutely.
was all good with the first trailer, and then Kevin and Larry were like, they dropped another one, and you saw my text chain like, "Ugh."
Yeah, because we were leaving work. And I was like, "Oh yeah, did you see the Ahsoka trailer?" You're like, "What Ahsoka trailer?" I'm like, "The new one that just dropped as of like 3 hours ago." He's like, "No."
I tell you this, what I'm probably going to do, that TV that you see kind of behind, there you go, behind me, I'm probably going to watch it again on that because I'm so sick of watching it on like my phone
Oh,
and I'm not catching everything. So I'm probably going to watch
Details.
it again on there to kind of increase the hype. But it's definitely on, and we need to have a watch party and probably go ahead and try to have that posted as well. So
You can't see it, but over there's a projector, and right there's like a 15-inch screen or a 15-foot screen. It's huge.
15-inch screen, like wow, my phone is about that size.
No, we're going to Mike's house.
Yes, we are.
all right.
Mike, you win. Very
See
good.
Ahsoka in all her glory.
And I'll bring the popcorn.
Amen, brother.
I'm sold.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So, guys, thank y'all so much for being there for our very first live episode. And it's about our normal time, guys, an hour and 15 minutes.
I only derailed us like twice.
I'm
Great.
so proud of you, Mike.
And
I'm
we
so
chimed in the
proud of
last
you.
20 minutes.
I'm so mad
Larry.
at you, George.
George.
So, no. As George fade to black.
We will stop doing it if you stop doing what you're doing.
Okay. Anyway, so thank y'all guys so much for watching, for being part of the conversation. Please, always, please feel free to drop a comment. Tell us what you think about any of the subjects that we had on today and what y'all guys would like for us to actually talk about later on in the future. Thank y'all guys so much. The GNT crew really appreciate every single one of y'all that get a chance to watch and comment and just send conversations to us either through Spotify or through our Instagram we appreciate every single one of y'all guys. So thank y'all so much for being there for the GNT crew. We'll definitely talk to y'all guys extremely soon. Let the conversation continue. Guys, have a great one.
I
Good
want
night.
to do this again. This was fun.
Oh,
Adios.
absolutely.
Yep.